Does Zoroark's EX make Ethan's Typhlosion better? It should come as no surprise, I am a big fan of the Ethan's Typhlosion deck. If you've seen the other video that I've played it back before Black and White, which I will say during the Black Bolt and White Flare set we just got, the Brave Bangle has made Ethan's Typhlosion actually fairly viable. Also, with the rise of Genesect EX and a lot of people playing Goldango, having a single prize fire deck has been, well, fire. During a recent online tournament, there were 406 people playing in the Destined Blue Ditto online tournament, and SSE Bango 2 managed to win it all with 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw using this Typhlosion deck, which brings in Zoroark as a 2-prizer, but is a way to get your Ethan's Adventure into the discard while still giving you some draw power. Different from the single prize Ethan's Typhlosion I've been playing, this of course has no Dracloak, meaning draw could be rough. We do have researches and Ionos to help give some additional power to it, and just to give a quick overview of this deck, because it's nothing you haven't seen before. To run through it super quickly, we're running the 4 Cyndaquil, 4 Quilavas, 3 Typhlosions, pretty basic build for the Typhlosion line, with the single Victini, which helps Evolution Fire Pokemon do 10 more damage. This can help out in certain matchups, like Gardevoir or Charizard, where you just need that little bit extra on top of the Bangle, or differently depending on how many Ethans are there. It is a card that is objectively helpful, but isn't needed for every matchup, but is still good to have there. This one does bring in Zoro from the Journey Together. Zoroark EX has the trade ability. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability and draw 2 cards. Great way to get Ethan's Adventure into the discard while still allowing you to use a supporter for turn and not needing you to have an Ultra Ball in hand. Very similar to other builds, it does have the Shaymin to protect from bench sniping. We've seen a rise of Ogre boxes, as well as some people still playing out the Terra box with the Wellspring Ogre Pawn being able to really do a lot of damage to Typhlosion. Shaymin's kind of needed, as well as we have Budew to give us some early game stall if we need a couple turns to set up. We also have Fezandipiti EX as the Flip the Script ability to draw 3 cards if we've taken a knockout. It's pretty easy for our Pokemon to get knocked out, but we need to be mindful about when we play this because we don't want to put a 2-prize liability on the bench if we don't have to. For our supporter line, we have the 4 Ethan's Adventure, 3 Arvens, 3 Professor Researches, 2 Boss's Order, and an Iono. These are great for gusting, these are great for resetting our hand, disrupting our opponent's hand, and all around just they're good. They're pretty basic supporters that we've run in other Ethan's Typhlosions. For items, we have the 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Buddy Poffins, 2 Night Stretchers for recovery, 2 Super Rods for recovery, a rare candy for some late game getting a Cyndaquil set back up to a Typhlosion, an Earthen Vessel, a Counter Catcher, a redeemable ticket for fixing our prize cards, a Switch, a Picnic Basket, primarily for the Dragapult matchup, but is also pretty helpful in some other matchups as well, Grimmsnarl being another big one. But Dragapult, and especially Dusknoir Dragapult, is a very rough matchup for Ethan's Adventure because the spread damage, they're taking 2 prizes. It's a tough one. Picnic Basket kind of helps. Our ace spec is the Secret Box. Discard 3 cards, search out a supporter, an item, a stadium, and a tool. And of course, we have the new cards here in White Flare, the Brave Bangles, allowing evolution Pokemon, allowing non-rulebox Pokemon to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active EX. This is pretty helpful in so many matchups, fix a lot of math. We're hitting 280 just for having 4 Ethans in the discard off the Typhlosion. This allows us to hit 310, which allows us to knock out Gardevoir. Plus the Victini on the bench, we're hitting 320 to knock out a Dragapult. Plus the Gravity Mountain, we're hitting their stage 2 Pokemon's minus 30. So for Guardy, we don't even need the Bangle. For Dragapult, we just need the Victini or the Bangle. And for Charizard, we just need the Bangle and we can knock out Charizard. So a very helpful stadium tool basic Pokemon combo to reach a lot of the higher stage 2 Pokemon decks out there. But the Bangle also helps us hit some early damage on Raging Bolt, as well as Ogre Pawn, Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. We've got a TM Evo to help us out early turn if we aren't Badooing, and we can instead evolve our Quilavas or potentially get our Zorua set up to a Zoroark. an Air Balloon to help get that Zoroark out of the active, of course the 2 Gravity Mountains, and the 5 Fire Energy. That's the deck. I'm very interested to see how this deck goes, not being a pure single prizer. I have been very adamant, I think this deck is best when it's single prize, which I still stand by with this versus the Pidgeot build. I still think single prize is better than Pidgeot, because Pidgeot, you're having to put so much in it to even set up your Pidgeot that it's weak, especially with Joltik Box back on the rise. There's a world where they can amp your Pidgeot and take 3 prizes. I just don't think the Pidgeot is it. But Zoroark, I don't know, this could be the play. Only a 1/1 line does scare me for draw power if it gets prized, because Redeemable Tickle, of course, will get it out. But what if that puts something I need back in? What if all of my Ethans are not prized, but I need this? I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things that I think can happen, but I'm excited to test it out. We got our first game starting here. We do win the coin flip. We do, of course, want to go second, because we are either Bedewing or TM Evoing, or we just need that Arven to grab a Buddy Wake off and a TM Evo, or potentially an Ethan's Adventure isn't a terrible call turn 2. Both of us getting a mulligan, meaning we are going to see what our opponent is playing, and the Shaymin Open is not great, especially if we don't need it. It looks like we are doing the mirror, so that's pretty fun. That's fun. We are going second in the mirror, which I feel like is better. I don't love having Shaymin here. Poffin to get down 2 Cyndaquils I feel like is the play. We do have Air Balloon. Gravity Mountain isn't really needed here. There's a world where we might Secret Box. Secret Box to get TM Evo, to get Earthen Vessel, to get Ethan's Adventure. And we can Buddy Poffin instead for Zorua if it's not prized. We can grab Ethan's Adventure, play it, get one in the discard, get down a couple Cyndaquils. I don't know. I think that easily is the play here. Potentially throwing away our Typhlosion and Gravity Mountain and Research. Let's go ahead and start things off with an Artisan, a pretty rough Artisan for them to give me. It just allows me to look in here, see what we got. Our Zorua is not prized, and our Zoroark is not prized. Great stuff there. Neither Typhlosions are prized, so we're good there. We actually have all of our Pokemon. That's fun. How many Ethan's Adventure are we missing? None of them. What is prized? We do have an Arven prized. Arven is prized. An Ultra Ball is not prized because it's in the hand. This is scaring me. Okay, interesting. Alright, well this is actually some fine prizing. Okay, that's actually totally fine. So we're gonna Secret Box. I kinda wanna hold on to the Research. Oh, Team Evo's prized. Team Evo's prized, that's what's prized. Okay, cool. Gravity Mountain we don't need. Ultra Ball and Typhlosion. Man, that actually... No, Team Evo isn't prized. What am I talking about? Team Evo's right there in my hand. Earthen Vessel is prized? Earthen Vessel is prized. That is okay, because Ethan's Adventure can get us a Fire Energy. What is the other prize? I'm really, like... Picnic Basket. Picnic Basket's prized. Redeemable Ticket is prized. Sorry, I didn't do an actual count. I just started guesstimating things, which wasn't great. Redeemable Ticket, Picnic Basket, Arven, A-Boss, A-Boss, Rare, Candy's not... I'm missing what the other 2 prizes are, but I do think that is okay. Alright, Ethan's Adventure to grab ourselves. I think 2 Cyndaquils is pretty nice here, because we'll hit the Team Evo, onto a Cyndaquil, hit a Team Evo, onto the Zorua. We can Buddy Poffin for... Actually, maybe we grab Quilava, just to have in hand to evolve one of the others next turn. Cyndaquil goes down, Energy here, Team Evo here, Buddy Poffin. Yeah. I like that. I like that a whole lot. Team Evo there. Grab Zorua, grab Cyndaquil. Do I go ahead and get down another Cyndaquil? Is that crazy? No, I don't think it is. I think we go ahead and get down another Cyndaquil. I think that's not crazy at all. And then we go for the evolution on Zorua and on Cyndaquil. And in Zoroark EX. Cool! It's actually also my first time, interestingly enough, playing a deck that utilizes in Zoroark EX. I never played In's deck. I still stand by it not being a very powerful deck, just because it's difficult for it to hit a lot of high damage. With Shaymin being in the format, Darmaku doesn't do a ton, although arguably how much Shaymin is being played nowadays. Super Rod, I think that might have been my 5th prize. And Stretcher, that's what I need to look at next turn, is Stretcher and Super Rod. But yeah, so a lot of interesting changes there. With Shaymin coming in, and it's just in Zoroark, I just never thought it was very good. So I never played it. Not to say it isn't a good deck. Like, I'm not gonna lie and try and sit here and tell you Ethan's Typhlosion is a good deck. It definitely isn't in the top meta bracket. It has some good matchups to a couple of the big decks, such as I almost said Typhlosion. Such as Goldango, Guard of War. Pretty good into straight Pult, kind of depending on how quickly you can set up. Because again, the spread damage is just kind of rough. Pretty good into Charizard. Pretty good into Bolt. Like, there is some good matchups it has, but then it does have some really bad matchups. Like, Dusk Noir is pretty bad. Even then, like, Box is pretty rough if you don't get set up and then you shove stuff back in. Yo, I love you killing Shaymin, actually. I'm a big fan of you killing the Shaymin, because I don't want it on my bench. So I'm very okay with you killing the Shaymin here. Very okay with you killing the Shaymin here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get bonded by the journey to get Ethan's adventure into the hand. Let's become bonded by the journey to get Ethan's adventure into the hand. Let's go ahead and attach this air balloon here. Let's go ahead and trade. Bye-bye, Ethan's adventure. No, Stretcher was there. Okay, I don't know what it was then. But hey, Stretcher's pretty good. Typhlosion or Energy, actually. We still have 2 Typhlosions in there. I have other ways to start. I was going for the Energy, but I think the Typhlosion actually is better. Because I think I am going to research this adventure away. Just to get a new hand, potentially get some other Quilavas to... I mean, do I even need that? I think I'm going too far there, because I don't need to hit for that much damage right now. So I think I'm potentially over... I think I'm overcooking. I think just play the adventure, grab 2 Quilavas, grab a Fire Energy. I think is all we need to do here. I don't think we need to go... I don't think we need to be cooking more than that. 2 are in the discard. We're hitting for 220 already. But go ahead and grab out that last Ethan's, put it in hand. I'm gonna hit the Artisan here. I want to check my Super Rod count. It's because it is good to keep in mind. Both are there. Literally, what was prized? Chat, I am kind of losing it. Everything that I'm like, oh, that's got to be what was prized, and it wasn't. 4th Buddy Poffin. 4th Buddy Poffin was the 5th. I'm just losing on what my 6th prize was. How many Cyndaquils are in here? Was it a Cyndaquil? It was a Cyndaquil. The 6th prize... No, all 4 Cyndaquils are down. Chat, I am truly losing it. I am truly losing it. There is part of me that kind of wanted to go for a counter catcher to get rid of their Pidgeot, or their Pidgeotto before it became Pidgeot, but I kind of wanted to become a Pidgeot so that way I can take 2 prizes. Because right now, I do have a 2 prize liability on the bench. They could play this real slow and never actually evolve that Pidgeotto and potentially just win the prize trade, because they started taking a prize first. That might actually be bad in the Merit, but I mean, I don't have any other draw power otherwise. If they don't Evo, I think I only lose to Brickage. I think Brickage is the only thing I lose to. Buddy Blast. Victini getting them there. Okay, now You don't have a second one set up. 2 Ethans and discard. I can stretch her back for whatever I miss. Let's not trade Ethan's Adventure, because we might need to play it. And let's trade this first, see what we draw. Because if we hit stuff, I don't hate bossing here. But boss to kill Quilava, is that really worth anything? Because here they got energy, they got Typhlosion, but here, I mean, they grab out an Ethan. They played this to bench, but then didn't search. They played that to bench, but then didn't search. Why didn't they search? Shouldn't they have searched? So potentially it's prized and their redeemable ticket isn't in hand either? I don't know. Yeah, I am just really afraid that they're... I mean, right now, they don't even need to boss to take a prize. They're already winning the prize race. Because they took the first KO. We might just be cooked here. Unless they whiff an attack. I think that's our only hope. But I don't know why they wouldn't have bonded by the journey. Because you always want to bonded by the journey to get an Ethan's in hand. Because nothing sucks more than... you draw for turn and draw into an Ethan's Adventure when you could have just had Ethan's in hand. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that they didn't do this before the end of their last turn, unless I missed it. Surely I missed it. They played Ethan's, they evolved, and then they just attacked. Now, it's kind of a whiff for them, because they could have potentially drawn into something better. Okay, so right now, if they don't evolve, what did they grab off their adventure? They grabbed Cyndaquil. They did not grab... They didn't grab another Quilava. That's interesting that they didn't grab another Quilava. Super Rod, Bangle... Super Rod back in. You. I can Super Rod the other stuff back in later if I need it. Cyndaquil. We're gonna trade away Gravity Mountain. We're already knocking each other out, but if I knock this out, not letting them Artisan, does that help anything? It might. Not letting them Artisan could potentially do something. I don't know what it could do, but it could potentially do something. I don't know what else they would want to put down, but at least take that. Vessel was the... Well, yeah, we had already counted the Vessel. Just don't know what that 6th prize was. Oh, it was Gravity Mountain, because we play 2 Gravity Mountains in this build. That's what it was. We played 2 Gravity Mountains in this build. My other build, I only play 1 Gravity Mountain. That's why my counts were off. That's what it was. Okay, so we know our 6 prizes. I was really losing it, Chad. Okay, so they need Rare Candy to be able to attack here. They need Rare Candy to be able to attack here. They have 4 energy and discard. Most either play 5 or 6. I think 5 is really all you need. But I don't know about the Pidgeot build. Also, do you pronounce A, Pidgeot, or B, Pidgeot? I go back and forth. When growing up, I always pronounced it Pidgeot. But as I've gotten older and like have been streaming and all that, I hear a lot of people refer to it as Pidgeot. Pidge, which has like the GE, ot, which makes sense. Pidgeot also makes sense. As Pidge, I don't know. A or B? Pidgeot, Pidgeot. Pidgeot is B, Pidgeot is A. I might have flipped those from the first time I said it. Pokemon pronunciation is something I think is really interesting, mainly because I mispronounce a lot of Pokemon. Okay, they're doing a big search here. Trying to figure out if they have an out. Arven, I assume for the rare candy. Or maybe for the Night Stretcher if they have candy in hand. And then just something they don't need like Bangle or Team Evo, just something to thin the deck. If it's even in there. I don't see a real big out for them. Okay, rare candy, Team Evo. I would love for them to retreat to Victini Pass. I would love to see retreat to Victini Pass. No, okay, they do have the rare candy. I mean, they do have the Typhlosion in hand. Obviously, we knew they had the rare candy. They probably quick searched for the Typhlosion, already had the Arven in hand. Is it still better here for me to gust the Typhlosion? Or gust the... I think it's better for me to gust the Pidgeot here. I think that is better overall. Because right now they just need 2 prizes to win. This could search out a boss, give them game. And obviously we don't want that. Obviously we don't want that. Typhlosion is in there. Do we ever grab Fezandipiti? I don't feel like we do. I don't feel like we need it. The vessel. Grab our last 2. Okay, and now we will trade Iono away. It's 3 down to 2, isn't that much. Okay, double boss. How much am I hitting for right now? I'm just double checking. We bossed this. I mean, they still could have game. They have the other Pidgeotto on bench. So they could, like, Night Stretcher for this pretty easily. I don't know the 3 cards they have in hand. This could very easily still be game for our opponent. They send right back up the Typhlosion. If they just take the knockout, I'm feeling pretty good. Not HF. That's game, yeah. GG. They're going to grab Boss's Order or Counter Catcher, either or, but knocking out the Pidgeot was definitely the right decision. There's a world where... I don't know. There's a world where we maybe should have targeted their Pidgeotto earlier. I don't know. See, this is why what are you doing? Why are you still playing the game? What are you doing right now? Why are you playing the game? Do you not have 4 in the discard? No, you only have 3 in the discard. Wait a second. You only have 3 in the discard. Wait, I thought they put the 4th. Wait, chat, it might not be. It might still be go. It might still happen. Let's go. The final one was prized. Or it was in the deck and they just couldn't search it out. That's crazy. I mean, killing the Typhlosion also would have worked there. Because they would have only been able to search out one thing. I'm gonna be honest. Thought we were cooked. Thought we were cooked. Jumping into game 2. Our opponent has lost the coin flip, and we will, yet again, choose to go second. Open for strong 7 cards here. Those are 7 cards. I mean, it's not terrible. Arven is there. I don't love it. I don't love the Zorua. All right, we're playing against a Pult variant. Literally could be any... These 7 cards, or these 6 cards... would be in arguably every version of Dragapult. I mean, 2 Night Stretchers actually could be Dusknoir. I don't know how many... Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how many Dragapults play 2 Night Stretchers. 1, sure. I don't know how many play 2, because I want to say Dusknoir plays like 3 or 4. He plays a lot of Night Stretchers. We're pretty much cooked. That is the short... and long version of it is we're pretty cooked, chat. Like, we could probably just go ahead and concede and play another game. Play 2 games in the time it's gonna... I mean, we'll probably lose pretty quickly here. I think Ethan into the discard by playing it, get 3 Cyndaquils. I mean, they get 3 Cyndaquils and do what? I think Arven to Evo, Team Evo, assuming Team Evo isn't prized. I think is just always stronger. It's prized. And none of our Ethans are. Biggest oofs is Zorua. Well, I'll just say Zoroark be prized too. Okay, no, Zoroark's there. Fez is prized. I think we need a... I think we have to go... I think we have to do a Budew angle here. I think a Budew angle is the only thing that keeps us in the game. I'm gonna be real with you. I think a Budew angle is the only thing. I want to keep that research. I hate to get rid of the other Ultra Ball. Mountain is kinda... Mountain isn't super necessary. We hit 290 with Victini. We know our bravery charms are. Bangles are there. The other mountain's there too. I was like, I'm pretty sure the other mountain's there. But either way, we're pretty cooked here. We're pretty cooked here. Team Evo would have helped us a lot. Wouldn't have gotten us that far. Pretty much we need them to brick. Hilda, grab that Neo Upper. I mean, they probably won't grab Neo Upper here. Probably just grab, like, random single energy. Grabbing Neo Upper here would kind of be crazy. Just because, I mean, there is potential I could target, like, brick. And I could wear Candy Kill it. So it'd be kind of crazy to grab Neo Upper here. Yeah, Luminous is just better. Safer choice. Neo could be prized. That was rough. Nothing else. Nothing else. Forget to attach. Can't get that lucky. They were probably also grabbing the Luminous, hoping to maybe hit a monkey. Okay, there's the other one of that. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not really good because I was wanting to research, but maybe we don't research and we just adventure here. Dang. I really wanted to get the Zoroark set up as well. I was really hoping for anything other than Mountain, so that way I could Ultra Ball, Adventure, Mountain for Zoroark, Evolve Zoroark, Professor's Research. Both Bangles are there. I think we got to go aggressive. I think we got to go aggressive here. I think we're already, like, pretty cooked in this matchup. And next turn, they could easily start dust sculling us all over the place. I think we just have to go aggressive. I think we just gotta be aggressive. Ultra Ball, UU? Yeah, I don't think we need the other Poffin. Grab a Quilava. Quilava down. Bonded by the Journey for an adventure. Attach for turn. Trade the adventure. Trading the adventure for a secret box and an Ultra Ball. That's pretty cool. Yeah, here's what we need. I need pretty much nothing to happen on their side this turn. And I need a secret box. Probably for boss and target down the Loke. If they don't evolve another Creepy, we gotta target down that Loke. Or they just go Dragapult. Or they just bring out Dragapult. Ooh, big research. A lot of items. Honestly, right now, secret box kills Dragapult. Do they pop this and kill Budew? Do they pop this, kill Budew, hope we send something up? They can't switch. Okay. Okay. I hate to get rid of the stretcher, but I mean, I have nothing I'm throwing away, and this might be a, I mean, we can't research because we need the boss. Truly, this comes down to, I think we actually have to, we actually do have to trade the research. We have to trade the research to get 2 cards to Ultra Ball away for Typhlosion. We Buddy Poffin for Victini. We Boss. We Bangle. Profit. Or we don't do any of that. We just do this. We do that. We do this. We do that. We do this. We double check our math. Because it's not an EX. Wait a second. I was like, why is my math wrong? Because that's not an EX. So it, our math is fine. Our math is, I was like, wait. I was like, I thought I did the math. I did do the math. The math was correct. Okay. Okay. That was pretty big. That was pretty big. They don't have another Loke, so they need to rare candy to get an attack off. I don't think a lot of Dusk Noirs play a heavy rare candy. Like, maybe one. A lot of them I don't even think play one. The Dusk Noir I have been playing for a minute doesn't play any. So... they just Budew here? Powder Catcher. Okay, for probably Victini. Yeah, because just keep Victini stuck and active. They attach for turn on Dreepy on... I think I'm fairly certain that was a misclick attach. I will take the win, but I'm fairly certain that was a misclick attach. I'm fairly certain they meant to attach active. Retreat into Budew, Itchy Paw, and me. My outs would have been drawing into energy because we would have been Itchy Paw, and so I wouldn't have been able to search out anything. So we would have obviously had the top deck, and then it would have been Zoroark trading to potentially hit energy for retreat. But honestly, I'm pretty hyped over that Dragapult kill. And again. It's a bad matchup. It's a horrible matchup. They had a pretty rough start. They weren't able to get a second Dracloak established. So that kind of helped us a lot. That helped us a ton. So I'm not going to be too overjoyed. Honestly, part of me is like... I don't know. I think this would be a weird tech for just a singular situation like that of adding the air balloon. I also didn't have to attach it when I did technically. I did because I researched, but in a regular time, I'm never going to attach the air balloon before I need it attached, unless I just have it in hand and like I need to put it there, since Arven or Secret Box can always search it out if I need it. But obviously you want to attach stuff to thin the deck in case you get Iono, blah, 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 blah. Either way, I was like, is a second air balloon ever a thought? I don't think so. I don't think a second air balloon is ever that big of a thought. Yeah, I don't think it is. I'll just take the win. I'll take the win. We have flipped the coin, and we have lost the coin flip for the first time tonight. See what our opponent wants to do. They probably want to go second. Most decks right now want to go second. There are a few that want to go first. Honestly, if my opponent chooses to go first, I'm going to be a little scared. I'd be like, oh no, you could be playing Donk. Or they're also like Dango right now. It's kind of going first a little bit. But we are going first with a pretty unexciting opening. The Zoroark there, Metal Energy and Grass Energy. This could be Joltik Box with the... I think I said Zoroark there. I meant to say Zekrom. Saying too much random stuff. Buddy Poffin is great. Okay, it is Joltik Box, which means we most likely, or not most likely, we get a turn while they are jolting, charging. Zoroark is there. One prized Typhlosion. Alright, we got a prized Typhlosion. We got a... How many bosses? We just play 2 bosses. We have Research and Arven and 2 energy in hand. None of our Ethans is prized. Super Rods are there. We have a prized Ultra Ball. We have a prized Buddy Poffin. We have a prized Stretcher. And some other things that I can't count right now. Cool. Cool. Do you ever research this hand? We do have a prized Typhlosion. I think Fez was also prized. I don't remember seeing them. Do we ever... I think Secret Box as well. Do we ever research this hand? Potentially. Potentially we research this hand. If I top deck Rare Candy, we 1000% research this hand. If I top deck Rare Candy, we Rare Candy active, attach energy to bench, and research. 1000%. So Joltik Box is a deck I was on, I think, around Journey Together. I don't think I've played it even since Destined Rival, just because in my local area there's a lot of Raging Bolt. Joltik Box kind of suffers into Raging Bolt, so I kind of steered away from it from a bit. But it is something that is still on my radar. I love Miraidon both as a Pokemon and the card, so it is something on my radar still. I haven't played it in a bit. Interested to see how this person has changed it if they're running a Zekrom, which I don't think you really need in Joltik Box because Pikachu kind of does the same thing Zekrom does. Although Zekrom keeps its energy, but Zekrom also damages itself. Jamming Tower, meaning we are not going for a Team Evo play unless we hit Gravity Mountain. Gravity Mountain does nothing in this matchup for us. It does benefit our opponent. Our opponent cannot kill Typhlosion with either of their attacks without theirs. Oh no, okay, Fez wasn't prized. I think we got to go aggressive here. I think we got to go aggressive here. Although we could Arven for Candy. Evolve active. Punch. Which still does 40 damage, which kills Joltik. We could still do that. Nah, let's go crazy. Chat, we messed up. No, we didn't. Nah, we kind of messed up. It's not great. I don't love it. I don't love it. It's not great. It means they can't Prime Catcher, but that's about it. They can't switch. They have to throw away the energy. But I mean, they can throw away the energy and amp all day. And it doesn't really do too much. I think Arven for Ultra Ball for Zoroark is my next play if my hand stays the same. So I don't know why my hand would change. Also, they don't really need the Pikachu setup here. Yeah, I don't feel like you need the Zekrom in this build. I don't think Zekrom adds a ton of Joltik Box. I realize it has the powerful attack of doing 130 plus 50 for every prize card our opponent's taken. But I feel like there's not... I mean, Pikachu just kind of does that. I mean, it doesn't do the bonus, but I don't know. That's just my thought. My thoughts could be completely wrong. They often are. Okay. Good top deck. Just really wants me to have that Typhlosion. Really wants me to have that Typhlosion. Ultra Ball, Picnic Basket, TM Evo. Or Zoroark. Play Zoroark. Raid. Capture you. Batch return. Cry. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, they switch and Prime Catcher, they're only 2 outs. They might play Turo. Probably just grabbing a Prime Catcher here. Be a good time to use it. Or a switch, even. They probably have multiple outs here, but we're forcing them to have the out instead of just letting them knock us. We could have retreated into Zoroark, forcing them to have Pikachu, but I mean, they still could have Arven for Prime Catcher. Yeah, we pretty much just lose this one. I don't see a big out for us. Not sure what our next step is. Not sure what the next step is. We just I think we shouldn't have went as aggressive as we did with the research. I mean, it was a coin flip that could have been incredible to us. I think we probably should have just Arvened, probably for just Ultra Ball, not even for Rare Candy, and just started setting up some Ethans. Yeah, it is what it is. You're not gonna have every game. This is a pretty rough matchup for us as well, just because Ampia Very Much is just... It's so good. Ampia Very Much is just so good. Alright, some potential life being brought back in. Not much life, but some. Like I said, we're pretty much cooked here. Like, they have game on board right now. So I'm just playing it through to see if I can... I know I could Arven for Rare Candy, but we aren't hitting enough. And they can just boss around us. Yeah. Unfortunately, not able to get there. That's okay. A little peek behind the curtain. This is just our 4th game. Sometimes in these, when I've done other deck profile plays, I've had just really bad bricks. I've had just like really bad games, and I have just cut games, sometimes forgotten to cut games. This is just straight up our 4th game we've played in a row. That's awful. And I am just hoping, or I am surprised that we have not run into Goldango. This is Miraidon, not Joltik Box. This is Miraidon. Pretty bad opening hand, and I really hate that secret boxes potentially are out here. Yeah, secret boxes are out here. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All 4 Ethans are there, so that's something. Often. Every time we need Team Evo. Cool. I didn't really want Team Evo anyways. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really want Team Evo. Team Evo, icky. I hate Team Evo. It's like my least favorite card. I think Team Evo's garbage. Cool. Our Zoroark is prized, so don't really need it. I mean, we can redeemable ticket for it, but I mean, no real need to redeemable ticket when we still need to get stuff out of the deck. Still need to get our Ethans out. So we'll go ahead and play it down. Potentially we can grab it, but I mean, also right now Iron Thorns turns off its ability anyways. Iono kind of sucks. Putting the Quilava in hand was the correct choice, because we had the Budew PRE, just hoping they don't have it. But we hit an adventure. But again, as long as this is inactive, Zoroark does nothing other than just look pretty on the bench. We could potentially win. We can potentially win. Like, Rare Candy's in the deck, right? Yeah, Rare Candy's in the deck. I shouldn't have thrown away the redeemable ticket until I checked that. That was kind of stupid of me. Definitely should have checked that first. Alright, we whiff the win. But we could have won. There was a world where we won this turn. That's okay. Would have been really cool. Or actually, this might not be. Hold up a second. I was saying this is Dawn. This is actually probably Crustle. This is probably Crustle, actually. Because I'm realized that they haven't put down any other piece of Miraidon. I only assumed it was Dawn because I've seen some Miraidons playing Iron Thorns. I think this is Crustle, actually. I mean, we've only seen Iono in these 4 cards. So this is probably Crustle, which is just a free win for us. I do KO this next turn, which is cool. Even without this adventure in discard, I think I'm already hitting enough, right? 60, 120, 180, 220, plus the Bangle. Yeah, we're already killing this. They are going to knock our Shaymin. They can't Gust because they're crisping. But they do knock our Shaymin, which is fine. I can have the Shaymin. I don't care. They attach one to bench. They attack and they push one to bench. But their attack is only 140. Even with the future booster 160, Quilava or Typhlosion still survives it. So, okay. I don't know if they play, like... I don't know if they play anything to even be able to knock it out. I think we still play the Adventure to set up the bench. We still play the Adventure to grab Quilava Typhlosion energy, 1000%. 1000%. I'm honestly very surprised they haven't just conceded at this point. Like, there is not much they can do. There's not much they can do here at this point. Because again, they aren't even knocking this out with just the attack. They would need to have Black Belt Trainer to be able to hit the 180. Trying to think if there's anything else they can do to hit the damage. They have Arven. Counter Catcher and kill Zoroark or Quilava maybe. But even then that's 1 prize, and then I jump one of these back up and take 2 prizes. If both of these survive their turn, I just win. Because there's no way they'll be able to take 4 prizes, and it doesn't matter what hand disruption, I just have 2 knockouts here. So yeah, I don't really see what their out is. I mean, there's no way this is just Iron Thorns, right? No, because they have the Grass Energy, because Iron Thorns isn't good. Just pure Iron Thorns anymore. Too many people have... I mean, too many decks right now are able to work around it. This was really good when it played last World, but there's too many decks that can work around it now. They're used to it. Best Ball, and again, Future Booster. Yeah, it is Crustle. Future Booster still doesn't allow them to hit what they need, but it does allow them to run away, so that way they can do Ascension, or they just pass. I mean, we just take a knockout? Ultra Ball or Arven for Ultra Ball and just set up another Typhlosion? Probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. Don't see anything else worth doing. Put the air balloon. Probably just attach the air balloon here in case they try and stall me by holding something inactive. Yeah, just in case they try and stall me, just go ahead and attach this here. And just take the knockout. And I think we're just fine here. I know we're like not on an even 2-2-2 prize exchange here. Prize trade here. But I think we're still just fine. And Crustle, this is another deck. Like, I've had some really bad games with this deck because it is such a It is a difficult deck for a lot of builds, a lot of EX builds to deal with. We're seeing a lot of decks having to start tech for this, not heavily tech for it, but it is seeing a lot of play. So that's why we're seeing like Scizor and Dango. I mean, Scizor is also just a good card. It helps the matchup for Pult. It helps the matchup. It helps the mirror match. The Scizor helps a lot, but it also gives them something to be able to deal with the Dwebble. Not a lot. It is still kind of rough for it, but I mean, it gives it something. I don't know. I'm very interested if in any of these next sets, if we're going to get any type of canceling clone reprint. I'd be surprised. They're probably just going to let it exist without it for now. Yeah, okay, I just have game. I just have game. Unless you play something that allows you to hit 10 damage here. And I'm so for real with you, I don't think you do. And even then, that's only 2 prizes, and I'll only need 1 prize. Yeah, I was like, I just have game here. That's just tough. That is probably Crustle's worst matchup. Is Typhlosion. I don't know. So that's 4 games. We didn't get to play. Look, we didn't play Dango. I'm surprised we didn't play Dango. But just assume if we played Dango, here's how the Dango match would have gone. We would have started, I would have played down Cyndaquil, they would have played down Gimme Ghoul, because neither of us would have mulliganed, because we're just cool like that. I lost the coin flip, so they're going second. I draw a card, and the game pops up and tells me my opponent conceded. At least that's what I did when I was playing Dango the other night. I was like, I just want to play some Dango. And I immediately matched into 2 Typhlosians and was just like, nah. I just know I lose. I don't want to do it. So that's probably what would have happened. Or I would have lost. Which could also happen. Because it's me playing it, not because it's the deck. So that's Typhlosion. The other thing we didn't really see is Guardy. But the Guardy matchup, pretty chill. I don't know with the Zoroark being in there if it's rougher. Because it does give them a 2-prizer. But part of me is like, well, don't bench it. But we need a draw engine. So, I don't know. And having the 1/1 didn't hurt too badly. But I mean, if we prize any piece of it like we prized in this game, it does start to hurt. But even if you played a 2-2 line, I don't think there's ever a world where you bench both of them at the same time. Unless it is like you are heavily in the lead and you are doing it so that way on your last turn you can have the most amount of search because you have checkmate. I don't know. I'm always someone though who underestimates a 1/1 line. Maybe it's all you need. We had some good games with it tonight, and I know the redeemable ticket is of course there to reset your prizes. But again, think about, say your Zayora's prized and all 4 of your Ethan's adventures are not prized. Are you going to take that % chance of running the ticket to get your Zayora back, to set it up, to lose it? Because, I mean, without the draw power... Okay, here's the other argument. We run 3 Professor's Research. I don't think we ever really had a game tonight where I didn't have an out in hand for search, because we run such a... I mean, honestly, would a 4 research line feel better? 4 research, drop the Fez? I know the Fez is good for the flip the script, but that's having 2 prize liabilities on your bench. We didn't bench the Fez once. There was a couple opportunities where we could have, where I kind of wanted to. Actually, we did bench the Fez once, and it's when I instantly conceded afterwards because we didn't hit anything. So I don't know. Maybe keep the Fez. I don't know. We also didn't hit Grimmsnarl. I'd like to see the Grimmsnarl matchup. Just because... I think the Grimmsnarl matchup is still the exact same as it is, even when you're running the Lokes. But I do like not having to give up 2 bench spots to Dracloak. So that's my current thought on this. I, of course, need to play some more and have 4, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think in Zoroark is better than the Dracloak engine for Ethan's Typhlosion? Have you played any Ethan's Typhlosion? Do you think it's a good deck? Do you hate it a lot? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.